You know, I don't listen to anything while I'm running these long runs. So unfortunately, that means I'm listening to my own thoughts. And today, those thoughts are a lot of self-doubt. I don't know if I can do this. I'm struggling.
And just like that, after a grueling half-marathon length long run to close out the week, I've reached the halfway point of training. Week 10 is complete, and I'm on the downhill, technically, I guess, of this marathon training block. But just like the distance itself, this training block is a marathon and not a sprint. So I know I've got a ways to go before I reach the start line of the Marine Corps Marathon. Another shameless plug for you to subscribe to the channel. Can you help me get to 100 subscribers before the marathon on October 27th? Can you? Can you? I have some thoughts about the training process and being halfway through, but I'll save those for the end. I also may change up the structure of these videos because... are they boring? I don't know. I'm still working through it. Truth is, I'm so tired. Between the running and being a parent and being a husband and trying to document this process and working a full-time job that is only getting busier as we barrel into the fall, I just don't want to burn out. I know I'm not giving any one thing 100%, so I'm going to give it some thought. Okay, yeah, I gave it some thought. I'm going to change things up starting next week. Anyway, stats for this past week. Weighed in at 194 to start, weighed in at 195 to finish. Resting heart rate was 52 beats per minute, and sleep went down to 6 hours, 54 minutes per night. I cannot seem to get that one right. If I average more than 7.5 hours of sleep per night for any week the rest of this training block, I'll eat my hat. What a dumb saying. I would never eat my hat. They are way too expensive to waste like that. Strength training. Let's be real. If it hasn't happened in the first 10 weeks, it probably ain't happening in the next 10. Something to aspire to if I ever do another marathon. Eating. It's not good. It's not bad, but it's not good. I'm eating enough calories, but as I've said before, they could be better calories. I'm still snacking a ton on foods I should probably avoid, but I'm human. I have to give myself a few passes. One thing I'm trying to dial in as my long runs get longer that's related to eating is what is best to eat before a big effort and what gels to consume during. One thing I think will be hugely beneficial is increasing my sodium intake during my runs. I sweat a ton when I'm running in any kind of heat or humidity, and my current gel of choice, the regular Morton Energy Gel, doesn't have much sodium. So I think I'm going to try some sort of electrolyte something or another, to be determined. The running. Mileage went up to 31 miles for the week and included a few different kinds of running. I kicked things off on day one with hill repeats. Guys, these are terrible. Running up and down hills is miserable. The goal was 8 times, 2 minutes uphill with a jog back down. I managed 6 of these, which was mainly due to poor timing on my part. I was super late for work as it was. Total distance on the hill repeats was 4.5 miles.
Week 10, day 1. We're out here for a just completed 1 mile warm-up. And then on the schedule for today, it said 8 by 2 minutes uphill with like a jog, walk, recovery coming down the hill. Now there is no other specification, so I came to what is pretty much the only hill that I think will take me 2 minutes. And I guess I'm just gonna run up and down it 8 times before a cool down mile of 1 mile. So, not really sure what this is for, since this is one of only 2 of these on the training plan, but we're gonna give it our best shot. Okay, that's it. Cool down mile complete. I had to cut the workout part short by 2 reps, partly because it was so freaking hard, and the other part is because I got such a late start. I'm gonna be late for work as it is. But 6 reps up that huge hill. It was hard. Now that I think about it, the Marine Corps Marathon ends with a 2/10 of a mile uphill. So maybe that is worth it. On to the next one.
Day 2 was supposed to be 6 miles easy. It wasn't exactly easy, but I did the best I could. I'm finding that these midweek middle distance runs are a grind. I think that's how they're supposed to be, but it doesn't make them any easier. Total time for this Wednesday run was 59 minutes, 22 seconds with an average heart rate of 134.
Week 10, day 2. 6 miles easy this morning. In the middle of the week. I'm doing my best. Mile 1, 9:58. Mile 2, 9:50. Mile 3, 10:07. Mile 4, 9:39. Mile 5, 9:49. Mile 6, finished. I don't know about easy, but I did finish it, so on to the next one.
Day 3 was probably my best workout of the week. I did a warm-up jog followed by 3 miles at 8:47 per mile and then a cool-down jog. I really wanted to push myself on the middle 3 miles and ended up negative splitting each successive mile well under the 8:47 per mile suggested pace. Total distance for the run was 4.6 miles in 41 minutes.
Week 10, day 3. Out here for 5 miles this morning. 1 mile warm-up, 3 miles tempo at 8:47 per mile, 1 mile cool down. I'm hurting. Legs are tired. I'm tired, but I'm doing my best. Mile 1. Mile 2. Last push. Come on. Oh, that is 3 miles done on the track. Whew, that was tough. Just have a cool down mile now and then finish for today.
Day 4 was mercifully a short 3-mile run. I know the me from 3 years ago wouldn't have thought that was short, but the me now is grateful for this little run every week.
Week 10, day 4, out here for 3 miles this morning. And I just gotta say, I don't wanna, but I did, and I'm done. On to the next one.
The week concluded with my longest run of the training block yet, 13 miles easy. It was not easy. In fact, it was a real struggle. From a poor night of sleep the night before, I always have trouble sleeping before long runs, and the night before this one was no different. To the actual run, this one tested me big time. I started early at 6:15 in the morning and finished 13.1 miles. Yes, I did the full half marathon distance just 'cause, in 2 hours, 8 minutes, and 26 seconds with an average heart rate of 142.
6:20 in the morning. I'm out here to run 13 miles. I don't usually believe in the sixes, as in never get up in the sixes if you don't have to. And yet today I got up in the 5s to go run in the 6s and the 7s and the 8s. Mile 1, 9:47. Mile 2, 9:35. Mile 3, 9:35. Mile 4, 9:44. Mile 5, 9:38. Mile 6, 9:48. Mile 7, 9:57. Mile 8, 9:55. Mile 9, 9:50. Mile 10, 10:01. You know, I don't listen to anything while I'm running these long runs. So unfortunately, that means I'm listening to my own thoughts. And today, those thoughts are a lot of self-doubt. I don't know if I can do this. I'm struggling. Mile 11, 9:54. Mile 12, 9:58. Mile 13, 9:40. And I went just a little bit further to get to the half marathon point. That was incredibly difficult. But with that run, I am now officially halfway through the training block. 10 weeks in, 10 weeks to go. So before I close out this whole video, here's some pros and cons from the first half of the training.
So I'm halfway finished, and I'm feeling so-so. On one hand, I'm really happy that I've accomplished 95% of the training as laid out so far. On the other hand, this is exhausting. The runs are challenging, the miles are many. I'm constantly thinking about the next run, and I'm anxious all the time that I'm going to have an injury or an illness that's going to derail all of the work I've put in so far. My goal at this point is to simply get to the starting line in as close to one piece as possible. And then, let the chips fall as they may. I'm going to give it my best and hope the rest falls my way. Bottom line, I'm grateful to run, and I am grateful for today. 10 weeks to go. This is Foot Up to Finisher, and this is episode 10. Thanks for watching. See you soon.